Welcome to Williamware Board Games Corner. This is Spokes, a game from Radical 8 Games about cycling, a velodrome cycling game. In Spokes, players will use each other's routes and slipstream their competitors to become the first player to complete 3 laps of the velodrome and prove they are the champion cyclist. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try the solo mode. My intention is to try the official solo mode, and I'm thinking of maybe trying a house ruled solo mode too. I'll let you know if I do that. So in spokes, in your turn, you're gonna have available some of these spokes in your bike. You start with one of each color, and on your first turn, you will put this cube wherever after the spoke you want to use. In the turns after that, you can only choose one of the next 3 spokes, putting your cube 1, 2, or 3 away. When you select a spoke, you replace it with one in the board, and then you have to use spokes of that color to move. In the solo game, in the official solo game, the slipstream rules do not matter because there are no other cyclists on the velodrome. So I'm not going to explain those now. The objective of the solo mode is to complete 3 laps using only 12 spokes, as in only 12 turns. And all in all, you will have available 2 spokes of each color, the 6 you start with and 6 others that I have here prepared. So that's it. I'm playing as Japan, the blue bike, and I'm starting here because I can see some light blues that are very interesting. So in fact, my first turn, I'm going to use a light blue spoke. I'm going to replace this white spoke here. The white gets discarded, but because I still have a white in my 6 extras, it goes here and replaces the light blue I just put. And now I have to move on light blue spokes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's my first turn. Now for my second turn, let's see, what do we have? I think I'm gonna go with white. So I do 1, 2, 3 to use this white. I'm gonna have replace this yellow with a white. Yellow is discarded, but because I still have a yellow here, it replaces the white I just used. And now I can move on white. 1, 2, 3. For my second one, I see a lot of dark blue, which I have available. So I'm gonna use dark blue here. White gets discarded. I don't have another white, so this doesn't get replaced at all. I'm ignoring that spoke from now on. And now I move. Now, green looks like a good option. Green spoke replaces this light blue, which is good because I didn't have any light blues. Light blue gets discarded, and I have a light blue here, so it goes here. And now I can go 1, 2, 3, and I have completed my first lap. Now, I could use a light blue, but I don't have it available. I need to use my yellows, my pinks. Let's see. I'm gonna use a yellow there. Green gets discarded, but I have a green here which replaces the yellow. And now I move on yellow 1 and 2. Now I'm gonna go with white, which is gonna go there. dark blue gets discarded, but I have another dark blue still, so it gets position. And now I move on white. It's good. Now I have a bit of a problem, I think. While I have very nice dark blue available, it's not gonna help me. Alright, so I'm gonna use light blue, which goes here. I discard the dark blue. I don't replace it because I don't have one remaining. And I'm coming here. Yeah, why not? Next, I'm gonna go with green, which replaces the white, which gets discarded. And I move on green and finish my second lap. Only one to go, but I only have at most 4 moves. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3 yellow. I'm gonna replace this pink. I discard this pink, but I still have one pink, so it gets back into the bike. I move on yellow. There. Now I can do a dark blue, removing this light blue, which gets discarded, and I have a lot of movement. But now I only have 2 pinks left. Which is not going to be enough. Now I can play 1 to, for example, get here. And then I can play my last green to get there. But yes, for a last meter, I didn't finish the race, so I lost this game. So that's the official solo mode for spokes. Now, what I wanted, I thought could also work, and I haven't tried this at all, so I may be totally wrong about this working. So my idea for this alternative and totally unofficial solo mode is to have several, let's call it, bot players, which are going to start ahead of me. I'll start behind, probably here. And I just pick up their initial spokes. So there are 3 of each color, plus the 2 additional spokes that are always extra when filling in the board. I put those into the bag. And whenever they play, I should keep track of when they play. Let's say Canada, get a yellow. I'm going to use my counter. Then we have Germany. Finally, we have United States. And I'll be the last player. So whenever it's their turn, I'm just going to pick up a random spoke and do the best play I can from their position. That means that I can now use Slipstream, which I'll explain the first time that is relevant. So, but I'm the first player because I'm behind. Yes, that's it. Sorry. So I'm going to start with a yellow, obviously. That goes here. And that gets me there. In normal play, you just replace the spoke you played with the spoke you replaced. Now, Canada. Canada has a white, which is not great in their position. So they're just going to keep going in the inner part of the velodrome. Now, Germany has dark blue, which is also not great. Finally, the United States has a yellow, which is much better for them. Because it gets them here. Now, it's my turn again. I don't have a yellow, which would be good. I have a light blue, which I can use here to get back a yellow, and I think move here. Now back to Canada. Light blue, which is great for them, means they can come probably here. And now they could move one more, but I'm blocking them. So they actually go back one and they activate their slipstream, which means that in a following turn, they can consider one spoke in the board to be any color. So basically, they can move one extra. Or they can bridge two parts of the same color. So that's very good for them. Germany, who hasn't started very nicely, has a dark blue. Actually, I'm going to do a variation of this. I'm saying that it can very easily end up very badly. So I'm going to draw two different spokes and use whatever is the best one. So green. Green is much better. And now the United States, they have two options, two, pink or white. White seems to be the most straightforward option to get them there. Now my turn. I am not in a great position, really. No, I'm gonna go with white, but it's not great. It's less than great. All right, Canada. Canada has a slipstream available, and they can use yellow or green. Yellow or green. So they use yellow. Now, Germany. Pink or yellow. They're gonna go with yellow. And stop here and activate their slipstream. Now, United States, pink or white. Pink seems to be a better option. Place them there. My turn again. I am using pink, certainly. I can put it here. End up there, blocked by the United States and activated my slipstream. Canada, dark blue. I guess they're gonna have their dark blue there and use their slipestream to move here, making this light blue as if it was a dark blue. Germany, way below, way behind, is going with a pink and using its slipstream to use this white as if it was pink. And getting closer to us now. United States, dark blue or light blue. Dark blue looks better. Place them here. My turn now. Wait. I think I forgot to pick up my last one. Oh, I think it was a white. That's a mistake. I'll pick one at random. Or no, I'll pick a white. I think it was a white. Dark blue, yellow, or pink. They're all terrible. I'll use a dark blue. But I am blocked, so no, I don't. I can use my slipstream to move there, and that is my first round of my first lap complete. Now, Canada, light blue. That's the only option they have. They move there, which they cannot, and they activate their slipstream. Germany, dark blue. Here, and they activate their slipstream because United States is blocking them, and United States, green or dark blue. Green is better. They go here, and they have done their first lap too. And back to me. A light blue would be great, but I don't have it available. I'm gonna go with green, hoping that by next turn I can still use a light blue. I'm going here, and I'm blocked by United States, so I activate my slipstream. Canada, white or pink. White is more straightforward, better. And should they activate their slipstream as soon as possible, or only when they win more than one space? I'm going to say only when they win more than one space. Okay, Canada has finished their first lap. Germany, light blue or pink? They go with pink. So they finish their lap. United States, light blue, dark blue. Light blue seems better. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. United States keeps on being ahead in the race. Now I can go with light blue as I planned before. Get it here. And in fact, I'm going to use my slipstream to consider this white a light blue so I can get here. Canada, dark blue or pink. They go with pink. And they're going to use the slipstream to consider this light blue a pink that they can get here. Germany, light blue or pink. They go with a light blue, and they're going to use the slipstream to consider this yellow a light blue. So they can get here and reactivate the slipstream because they can be blocked by United States. And United States now, pinks, only pinks. But pink is good for United States because they can do this. My go. Pink is also good for me, so I'm going to go with pink instead of this yellow. And I'm blocked, so I activate my slipstream, which is also good for me. Canada, white or pink. White is better because they can now do this. Germany, which has a slipstream available. Pink or pink, but pink is good for Germany with a slipstream because they can use the slipstream. Consider this one a pink and move here. In fact, yeah, they're gonna move there. And now United States, Germany has suddenly gone ahead of the race. United States only have a light blue, so they just move light blue. It should have gone here before. Not very well. Okay, now Germany is slightly ahead. Germany and United States are mostly tied. Canada is slightly behind, but it is my turn now. Can I use a white? Yes, I can. When I use a white here, and I'm gonna use my slipstream, so I can go white, 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 pretend it's white, 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 and that's my second lap done. Canada, pink or white? Pink allows Canada to move here and activate the slipstream. Germany, light blue and white. White is better. Place them here and activates their slipstream. And now United States, green and dark blue. They don't have a slipstream available, otherwise they could go far with green. But they're gonna go with dark blue and get here and finish their second lap. My turn. I have an abundance of yellows. I don't have a light blue, which would be better. I can go with a pink. Replace this one and then move pink, 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 pink. Canada, which has a slipstream available, green or light blue. I think green is better. Then they can use their slipstream to keep moving here. Germany, light blue or white. And they do have a slipstream, so they're gonna go light blue. And they're gonna use their slipstream to consider this pink a light blue and be able to move here. Finally, United States. By the way, Germany has finished their second lap. I forgot to update that. United States. Light blue is certainly the best option. Light blue, light blue, light blue. Light blue. My turn. What do I have? Yellow or green? Both of them terrible. Both of them terrible. I'm gonna go with green because I have too many here. Gonna put that here. No, instead I'm gonna go with a yellow. Yellow. I'm gonna have that here, so at least I have a white for later. Now move here and be blocked and activate my slipstream. Canada, who is way behind right now. Green or dark blue? Dark blue is slightly better. Dark blue is slightly better. Allows Canada to finish their second lap. Germany. Germany has a good stream of pinks ahead. No pinks. But a dark blue still allows Germany to race quickly forwards. United States. Dark blue or green. Dark blue wins. And in fact, it really wins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. United States is the first one to cross the finish line. Now my turn. This is still awful. What can I do? I'm gonna go with. Oh, I don't know what to. Place myself in an awful position. I'm gonna go with yellow. I'm gonna place it here and move there. Move there, in fact. No, I'll remain there. Do I want to use my slipstream? Yes, I'm going to use my slipstream to end up here. Now, Canada, United States can lift the velodrome. Canada has a light blue, which is very good for them. Places it here. This is still the same. Germany, white or pink? Doesn't matter much. I'm gonna go with white. Now myself, I can use a white too. Here. White, 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 white. I'm almost there, but didn't finish. Canada, light blue or pink, pink all the way. Germany, A white would make Germany win the second place, and a white it is. Germany crosses the finish line on second place. Finally, I can just cross it any way I want. For example, with a green, and I finish third. So that's my solo variant for spokes. I don't know how, it's probably very random, but it feels closer to the multiplayer game. You get to use your slipstream. It's more of a race. You can obviously play with as many other bikes as you want. You could make some of the bikes harder to beat by giving them additional spokes when they draw. You could make them easier by not giving them additional spokes. You could, if you want a bit more overhead, you could keep a different back for every one of them, so they always have their own spokes available. And if they go heavy into a color, they won't be able to keep going into that color. So I think there are a lot of options. This makes solo play longer, obviously. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you find this alternative solo game for spokes interesting to play. I'll leave a link to the Board Game Geek page for spokes on the description. And thank you for watching. See you next time on William Ware Board Games Corner. Goodbye.